Welcome to the Lee Valley Boat Centre. We're going to go through in this video everything you need to know about our 8-man boat, Mr. Otter. We're going to go through fire safety, water safety, everything on the inside of the boat, as well as other bits of equipment, as well as steering. First off is fire safety. Just down at the front of the boat here, you have a fire extinguisher underneath the seat. At the back, you have another fire extinguisher above your sink. And then just above your hob is a fire blanket. It's ABC powder in the fire extinguishers, so you can use it on any fire. Just use them to clear an exit. Never use it to fight the fire itself, only to keep yourself safe. On the boat, you have a sink and taps for your hot and cold water. Your hot water will get extremely hot. It takes heat directly from the engine, so as it runs throughout the day, it gets hotter and hotter. So be careful if you're washing your hands or you're washing anything up, especially around young children. With the cold tap, I wouldn't recommend you drink it unless it's been boiled. So bring your own bottled water if you'd like to have a drink of water. Underneath will be where your pots and pans, crockery and glassware are. And you also have a 4-ring gas hob just on the side here. To light your hob, you've got your 4 control switches just here. With your 4 controllers, you'll just leave them pressed in for a few seconds before and after lighting, and you'll use matches to light it up. So please be very, very careful of your fingers. So to light up, strike your match, push the control switch down, keep it held in, and then light it. Hold it there for 2 seconds, and then you can release it. Always make sure that you turn it off whenever you're finished using it, so that nobody brushes past and burns themselves. Opposite your hob and your sink is your bathroom, just through this door here. On the left-hand side of the bowl is a white foot pedal. You'll press it down with your foot, hold it there for 2 seconds, and then release. Always make sure it comes to the upright position again, so you don't empty your fresh water tank into your waste tank. Next to your bathroom, you also have your radio. This will connect to regular radio and has an aux lead, as well as a USB port, as well as a CD. Located at the front of the boat, you have your gas bottle underneath this red gas locker. For this, if you have a fire or you can smell any gas at any point today, what you'll do is you'll turn the valve on the top of the bottle clockwise to shut the gas off. It only feeds the hob, so there's nothing else on here that requires gas. At the back of the boat, you have your electrical control panel. Do not touch your bilge or your headlight, and your horn is on a spring-loaded switch. So you just press it once to get a quick blast of the horn. Opposite your electrical control panel is your ignition for the boat. So to start with, you'll be in the off position. You'll take your keys, you'll turn it once to the left onto heat. You'll have that horrible beeping sound that takes place, as well as your oil light and your battery light will come on. You need to hold it in that position for roughly 10 seconds, and then after a quick 10 count, you turn it twice to the right over onto start. The engine will kick in, turn it back into the run position and leave it there. If you're sitting in the off position, you're not charging your batteries. So always make sure it sits in the run position whilst the boat is running. To stop the engine, you press the black button underneath the keys for 2 seconds. That will cut the engine out, and then turn it to the off position. Located beneath your electrical control panel is a white header tank. This itself does not get hot, but the contents do. So please do not adjust the cap or play around with it in any way. Located on the roof of the boat, you have a few pieces of equipment as well as your ropes. To begin with, we'll start talking about ropes. You have a back rope just down here, and you have a front rope at the very front of the boat. on the roof of the boat, you have your center line. Now, with your back and your front ropes, they were your security ropes. So you use those to tie yourself down, and you use your center rope as your control rope to pull yourself in or backwards and forwards as you require. When you're not using your center rope, leave it nicely coiled up at the back, free of any obstructions, so that when you're pulling into moor, you can just grab the rope and step off. You don't have to put yourself at risk going up and down the boat. Located on the roof of the boat as well is your barge pole, and you also have a boat hook. Now, with your barge pole, you'll use it as a push, not as a lever, otherwise it will probably snap. And you'll only need it if you need to give yourself a little bit of an extra push away from the bankside. With your boat hook, you'll use that to hook in any objects or a rope, never for a person or animals, because it is quite sharp at the other side. You also have a life ring by the driver. If at any point today, somebody from this boat, from another boat, or even from the bankside happen to fall into the water, the very first thing you do is you put the lever into neutral. You have your life ring just here, which you will take, throw it towards the person, but not directly at them, keeping hold of the orange rope. Once they're secure on the life ring, start to pull them on board. Once they're on board, get them inside, get them dry, and keep them warm. And look out for the signs of cold water shock. This is your throttle lever, and this is the position it needs to be in if you're ever having to make a water rescue. This is neutral. To go forwards, you'll just push it forwards. And then to go into reverse and also to brake, you'll pull it backwards. Be very careful and gentle with reverse, as it's far more powerful than forwards for emergency stopping should you require. When you're going into reverse, take it nice and gentle until the boat has come to a stop, and once the boat has stopped, go into the neutral position. At the back of the boat, you have your tiller arm for your steering. Now, this on Mr. Otter, this is known as a traditional stern, so there's a very small area at the back, so only one person will be out the back driving at any one time. But for your steering, it's opposites. So you pull it left to go right, and you push it right to go left. Be very gentle with your steering. You don't need large movements to keep yourself going in a nice straight line. I would always recommend that you turn little and early. You will require forward power on your throttle lever down at the bottom here to be able to turn. In neutral, the boat will drift in the same direction it was headed, and in reverse, it will go wherever it feels like. So only ever do maneuvers going forward.